My name is Lieutenant Colonel Ron Elvis King. I'm from Marlette, Michigan, and currently I'm the Detachment Commander of the 82nd Aerial Target Squadron, Detachment 1 from Holloman Air Force Base. The squadron's primary mission is to provide full-scale aerial targets for Department of Defense and foreign military sales customers. And so what that means is we provide QF4s, full-scale drones, to support different missions that the customers may be looking to do, shooting an air-to-air missile or a surface-to-air missile at one of our aircraft. We also fly them manned with pilots inside, and we'll put jamming pods and different types of equipment on the aircraft that our customer need to test their radars or their sensors or whatever they're testing for that particular mission. Okay, this particular QF4, it's painted up in the air superiority gray colors. It was built in 1973. It is a QF4E, which is what all the aircraft are. It's painted in this scheme because it was done as part of the Heritage Flight. Most of the drones have the orange wingtips and the orange tails. This one is painted this way because of its participation in the Heritage Flight several years ago. Now we have 21 aircraft. Of those aircraft, 8 can be flown with pilots inside of them or manned. The other 13 are strictly for unmanned operations, and then eventually we're going to be phasing those out by the end of this calendar year. So whenever we fly the aircraft unmanned, there's a lot that goes into that, as you can imagine. In order for us to fly it safely, one of the things we have to do safety-wise is we have to put essentially an AIM-9 Sidewinder warhead in the back seat of the airplane so that we can destruct it if something goes wrong while it's airborne without a pilot. So we almost always fly it with a pilot inside of the airplane unless we are doing an actual mission where we plan on shooting that airplane down. So we will fly just general proficiency missions for my pilots and controllers to get the training that they need. We'll also go out and be a safety pilot, which means we'll start the airplane up like normal. We'll taxi out to the runway, and then one of my controllers will take the airplane off remotely with the pilot inside having the ability to override the flight controls and take control if something goes wrong. That gives my controllers an opportunity to practice all of their maneuvers, takeoffs, landings, without going through all the necessary precautions when we fly it unmanned. And then the big thing we do with it, other than proficiency, is Patriot, Japanese Hawk missile systems. There's lots of different surface-to-air threat systems that would like for us to fly with them. So we fly with ECM pods and different jamming pods, and we fly profiles that help them test their radars and their sensors to make sure that they're going to operate the way they want to. And we do all that with a pilot inside of the airplane. As many as we can, we're gonna shoot down and test, as that's what they were designed to do. All these airplanes at one point had been retired and were in the boneyard at Davis-Monthan Air Force Base. The Air Force decided that they needed a full-scale aerial target, and they decided to select the F-4 for that. They pulled all of those out of the boneyard, sent them to Mojave out in California, and BAE modified them to become QF4Es. So all of them have been retired and then brought back to life. Our goal is to use those to the max extent possible through its service life as that, and that means we're going to shoot them down as much as we can. At the end of the program, any airplanes that are left that we're not able to shoot down, the plan right now is that we're going to demilitarize them, make them non-serviceable, and then we're going to tow them out to bombing ranges at Holloman Air Force Base, and they'll be used as surface attack targets there as well. I'm a fighter pilot. I've been flying the F-16 since 1999, and I've been lucky enough to get to fly the F-4 for the last year, and I will most likely be the last Air Force pilot to get to fly it. I'm currently the only Air Force pilot flying the QF4. I just love the history of flying the F-4. Every time I get into the airplane, I just can kind of feel the presence of those who flew it before me, and it's just an incredible honor for me to get to put an airplane like this on and get to go fly it. And it's still a great airplane. It still performs really well. Obviously, technologically, it's not the same as what we currently have and the advancements we have, but it's a dream to fly. It really surprised me the first time I flew it how light it is on the controls. It's very responsive for as big of an airplane as it is, and it likes to go fast. It likes to go really fast, and it likes to get there quickly as well. It doesn't like to slow down and it doesn't like to turn, but it likes to go fast, and it's just an absolute blast. I think one of the things that just is the most fun for me is when I can introduce it to someone else who didn't even know we were still flying F-4s, or I can give a young lieutenant a ride in the back seat who never in 1,000 years thought that he'd get a chance to fly in the back seat of an F-4. And the opportunity that I have to be able to do that for the next generation of fighter pilots is just truly an honor, and it's a unique experience that I never thought that I would be able to get to do. My goal is to get it on the road as much as I can so that people can see it one last time. It's an airplane that's touched so many people over the years. So many people have flown it, worked on it, or know somebody that has. And so my goal is to get it out there as much as I possibly can. We're a small organization. We're just a small detachment with only 8 manned flyers and only 4 pilots. So we're kind of limited on how many air shows we can go to. But I'm hoping, I'm going to be at Shaw Air Force Base next weekend. I'm hoping to get it out to Oshkosh later this year. We're looking to go to the Reno Air Races, Nellis Air Force Base's air show, and then we're also trying to go to Sioux Falls, South Dakota for their air show. I don't know if we'll be able to make all of those based on maintenance and test requirements that we may have come up between now and then, but that's my goal, and that's what I'm shooting for.